सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यैश्वरम् गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 10, Chapter 31, entitled Gopi Geet, the song of separation sung by the Gopis. And we have been trying to meditate on this beautiful song, which is very, very dear to Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And this is also called as the smile of Lord Shri Krishna, as Canto 10 is called the face of Lord Krishna, the mouth of Lord Krishna. So this particular chapter is called the smile of the Lord Krishna. So we'll hear Gopi Geet and take it from there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the last time we have studied the text number 4. We're going to move from here to text number 5. In the last text, the Gopis were saying, "Are you really the son of Yashoda? If so, how can you be so hard-hearted? Yashoda is so soft-hearted." So, na khalu gopika. So we read that. So let's move on to this verse. Virachita bhayam vrishnidhuryate charanamiyusha samsriterbhaya karasaruruham Kantakamadam Shirasi Dehina Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Translation, and there is no purport to this verse, so translation by disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O best of the Vrishnis, your lotus-like hand, which holds the hand of the goddess of fortune, grants fearlessness to those who approach your feet out of fear of material existence. O lover, please place that wish-fulfilling lotus hand on our heads. Such a beautiful verse. So you can imagine this Kṛṣṇa is holding the hand of goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, which everyone wants, right? Everyone wants good fortune in their life. So the gopis are saying, Vicha virachita abhayam vrishni dhuraya, or best of the Vrishni dynasty, referred to Kṛṣṇa. Charanam iyusham. Those who approach the lotus feet, samsriter bhayat. Why do people approach? To get fearlessness from material existence, out of fear, basically. Most people, out of fear or out of some desire, out of some challenges, turmoils, so Kṛṣṇa, please help me from this difficulty, help me from that difficulty. So that lotus hand, please put on our heads. Shirasi dehina Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta. That hand which is being held by Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. So we can also pray to Kṛṣṇa that Kṛṣṇa, please put your lotus hand upon our heads. Isn't that beautiful? Right? Like Radharani is always, you see the temple, the hand is like this. And sometimes Gauranga Mahaprabhu, hand is like this. Right? We see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showering his mercy, or sometimes in this posture, like one up, one down. So when we see that, we can meditate. We can meditate, Kṛṣṇa, you please, Shirasi dehina, you please place your hand, Kara, your lotus hand. The word Kara comes twice here, right? Kara Kamala, right? So the word Kara here, you see the word Kara and the word Kara comes twice. So that hand which is being held by, and when we see the beautiful deities, we can offer these prayers, right? When we see the hands of Kṛṣṇa, we can meditate upon this song to repeat the prayers of great souls. And who is a greater soul than the gopis all together, right? Collective prayer. This is their collective prayer. And we always say, Mahaprabhu says, Gopir bhartur pada kamalayor das 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 anudas. To the servant, to the servant, to the servant of the gopis. And That also means to repeat what they are doing. Mahajano yena gataha sapantha. So we can certainly repeat these prayers, especially when we see the deity, the hand, the Supreme Lord, to Krishna, please put your lotus hand. And that gives fearlessness. While we were meditating upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, we discussed there are so many symbols like thunderbolt, like chakra, etc., like lotus, which give fearlessness to a devotee. So here we see the lotus hand, the power of lotus hand. So let's see what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says in his commentary Sarartha Darshani. So Krishna said, right, that this is a conversation, right? It's a conversation going on. Oh, wonderful speakers, referring to the gopis, I disappeared only to drink the nectar of your words of loving anger. Because Krishna, as gopis were saying earlier, hey, why did you disappear? Are you killer? Are you trying to kill us by disappearing? When we see absence, when we are in absence of you, it's like death to us. So now that I have fulfilled that desire, you can take any boon you wish from me. You see the beautiful conversation going on here. Now Krishna is giving boon. He's also called Varadraj. So thinking of such merciful words from Krishna, the gopis being relieved began to voice their individual desires. So now from this verse onwards, we will see the desire. So when we say prayer to Krishna, prayer has multiple aspects. One form of prayer is I forgot the Sanskrit terms, but the essence in the English is that our disqualification, like Mosama Patita Prabhu Nahi Tribhuvane, I am very, very wretched, which the gopis also said. We are very wretched. We cause you inconvenience. Who could be more wretched? Who could be more fallen? So our disqualification, we must express basically humility, utter humility. Then one other form of prayer is gratitude, which we also saw just in the text number 3. They're basically expressing gratitude, how Krishna protected and is going to protect in future, right? That also we learn from different types of calamities, like Indra's Samvartak clouds, and different calamities, different monsters came, and Krishna protected. So one is one's meekness, humility, and gratitude. And the third form of prayer is one's expressing one's spiritual desires. Spiritual desires. Those are very nice. To be with Krishna, to live in a holy place, like Srila Raghunath Goswami says, the desire to live near the Govardhan hill, Nija Nikata Nivasa Dehi Govardhanatvam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in so many bhajans says, when will that day come? When will when garland Krishna? When will I serve Krishna? When I'll get the remnants of the Supreme Lord? When I'll get the darshan of the Supreme Lord? So basically spiritual desires. So here from text 5 to 8, the gopis, or the chief among the devotees, are showing us that we must ask for spiritual desires. Krishna consciousness does not mean desirelessness, because we cannot do that. Krishna consciousness means to develop spiritual desires, to transcend or to Krishnaize our desires. Material people also have this lalasa. So this lalasa, this lolyam is healthy. If we don't have lolyam, if we don't have eagerness, if we don't have desires, it's not a very healthy spiritual state. Oh, I'll just do my japa, and it's because I have been told, or I have given a vow, and somehow I'll do it. No, we should have desire. Oh, let me try to distribute books. Let me try to help devotees. Let me try to help my spiritual masters. Oh, when is Nityaṁ coming? When is Gaur Purnima coming? Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, how will we celebrate? Whom all will I invite? How can I invite more people? How can I share this message with more people? How can I follow the footsteps of the gopis? When will I go to Vrindavan Dham? Planning for that, right? So it shows the eagerness. Don't we plan for our jobs? We have a business. Don't we plan like months and years ahead? Like many business have their vision and mission. Everyone plans. We must plan. So the first of the very desires, the gopis are saying, please put your hand upon our head. Krishna says, why? Why do you want my hand on your head? Then the gopis say, the touch of your hand vanquishes कामदाम. काम का दमन कर देता है. Such beautiful prayer. Kama dama, kam dama. It vanquishes Cupid. So there are multiple meanings here. Dam here means fulfilling, but dam also means daman, which Kṛṣṇa Chakravarti Thakur is mentioning. So it vanquishes Cupid, or right? Or Kama refers to Cupid. So it basically kills the lust. If we take shelter of Krishna's lotus hands. In the fear of those arrows we have surrendered unto you, though ironically, that hand makes us lusty, another meaning of Kamadam. So two meanings here. One meaning is Kam ka daman, another meaning is it fulfills our desires. Because what is the desire? Actually, gopis, lust is actually pure love, right? So it has two meanings. One is it destroys the material lust and it gives spiritual love. Kamada. I hope everyone is following the beauty of these verses. Prati akshare prati shloke nana akshare nana arthe ko hai. So one meaning is it destroys kama, lust, material lust. The other meaning is it fulfills real love, which is it gives pure love or attraction or rati, attachment to Krishna. So that's another meaning. You cannot say that you are powerless to do this since your hand bestows fearless. Well, Krishna may say, well, I don't have that much power to give love and to destroy lust. Well, then the gopis say, well, your hand bestows fearlessness to people who have surrendered out of material fear. You are the one who protects everyone of the fear of samsara, right? Samsara bhaye. In the previous verse also they were saying any kind of fear, right? So your hand is very powerful. So what effort would it like to take to protect a person from the fear of lust? So it's nothing. You can protect from the whole samsara. So Krishna says, now, if that is so, may I then place my lotus hand on your breast? My mind desires to put my hand there. Then the gopis say, no. Your hands are already held by the hands of Lakshmi. Śrī Karāraham. Śrī Kara Griham. In order to prevent you from placing your hands on her breast, so we must also prevent that. So basically, the gopis are saying, you put our hand, Lakshmi is also holding your hand, so we will also want your hand on our heads. Why? To attain spiritual pure love and to remove all the lust. Any thoughts, comments, Manjulal, if you have? Okay, next verse you want to read? Would you like to read, Manjulali, please?
Hare Krishna. Text 6. Vraja-janartihan virayoshritam nija-jana smaya dvamsana smita
Bhaja sakhe bhavat kinkari smano jalaruhananam charudarshaya. O you who destroy the suffering of Rajas people, O hero of all women, your smile shatters the false pride of your devotees. Please, dear friend, accept us as your maidservants and show us your beautiful lotus face.
Thank you.
Krishna, thank you. So, the gopis are desiring different spiritual desires. In text number 5, we just read, the gopis were desiring the hand of the Lord on their head. In this text, they are desiring to see beautiful lotus face of the Lord. Now let's see what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. You take away the pain arising from the arrows of Cupid in the women of Raja by your smile, but not the pain of women in the Swarga and elsewhere. In the Bhagavatam 10.35.3, the women of Swarga riding in their planes in the sky fainted from the pain of lust and their belts loosened. It's mentioned. We'll read this after a few chapters. So the gopis say, "Oh hero who vanquishes the invisible Cupid." Cupid is very hard, very, very difficult to control, right? Only Krishna can control, or Krishna can help us if we take shelter of him to control Cupid. You do not tolerate the pride statement from our good fortune and the haughtiness which is the characteristics of Vamya. Your smile destroys the pride of the devotees. So Krishna says, then quickly choose your desired boon. Fatafat, fatafat, don't delay. Gopi says, please serve us, your maid servant. Serve us in the sense, give us your boon. Krishna says, okay, but if you are my maid servant, then why are you ordering me to engage in your menial service? So the gopis are saying, okay, service. Krishna says, well, you just said in the previous few verses, you are ashulka. You are maid servants when without shulka or without any salary you will serve. But now you are saying me to serve you. Then the gopis saying, oh friend, sakhe. So the word sakhe comes. Bhaja sakhe. Krishna says, then please tell me what service you want me to perform. Then what service the gopis asked the Supreme Lord to perform? Jalaruhananam charudarshaya. So the word darshaya, darshan, 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 we'll see like the first verse, also darshan, so many. Kab darshan doge? Krishna, when will you give me darshan? The gopis' desires, because there's the whole song is in separation. And when someone is in separation, all they want is to see their beloved, right? And the gopis, their beloved is Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So they're sometimes asking, please come before us, show your face, put your hand upon us. So in different aspects, basically, Krishna darshan lalasa, darshan ki lalasa. So we should also have that. When will the Lord come? When will that day come? When we will be able to see your beautiful face. Charu darshaya. Charu. Charu means beautiful. Jala ruhananam. Again, lotus face. Jala ruha. Referring to lotus ananam. Ravan was called Dashanan, right? Dashanan. Dashanan. So Dash means 10. Anand is face. So our mouth, so 10-headed. So they are asking, gopis are asking, Jala Ruhananam Charu. We want to see your beautiful lotus face. This is the service you can render to us. So if you don't remember the whole thing, at least you can remember the last line here, which is not very hard. Jala Ruhananam Charudarshaya. O Krishna, please give the darshan of your beautiful lotus-like face to us. This is our desire. What will materialistic people desire? Give me the darshan of maybe some apsara, maybe tons of golds, maybe I want a big CEO position, or maybe I want to be the president of the country or prime minister, whatnot. But pure devotees, they have only one desire, Krishna darshan lalasa. Pranat, text number 7, we'll move on. Pranat dehina papakarşanam trinacharanugam Śrīniketanam Fani-fanarpitam te padambujam Krinu kucheshuna Krindiricchayam. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Your lotus feet destroy the past sins of all embodied souls who surrender to them. Those feet follow after the cows in the pastures and are the eternal abode of the goddess of fortune. Since you once put those feet on the hoods of great serpent Kaliya, please place them upon our breast and tear away the lust in our hearts. Purport. In their appeal, the gopis point out that Lord Krishna's lotus feet destroy the sins of all surrendered conditioned souls. The Lord is so merciful that He even goes out to herd the cows in the pasturing grounds, and thus His lotus feet follow them about in the grass. He has offered His lotus feet to the goddess of fortune and has placed them upon the hoods of the serpent Kaliya. Therefore, considering all this, the Lord should place His lotus feet on the gopis' breast and satisfy their desire. That is the logic the gopis employ here. Hare Krishna. So, you see different gopis are singing this together, and 80 lakh crore gopis. Can you imagine? 80 lakh crore. That's a big number. That's 10, 8 to the power of almost 7 and 5 and 1, 13. So many zillions, right? So 8 and 13 zeros. Wow. So they were asking for first the hand on their head. Then they're asking for the smile, to see the smiling face of Krishna. Jalaruha Hanam, right? You want to see your beautiful lotus face, Charudarshaya. Now they're asking for what? They're asking for Krishna's feet. And those lotus feet destroy all the fear. So Krishna is asking, why should I do that? And the gopis say, in order to shatter the lust in our hearts. So Krishna's lotus feet destroys lust. Here the gopis, who by the fact having such intimate relations with Krishna are understood as possessing the highest form of prema, pure Krishna prema. Those who have no desire to avoid pain or obtain happiness for themselves, and those whose every activity of their bodies, minds, and words are only in relation to Krishna's happiness, are describing their own beauty, youthfulness, and torment by lust only for the sake of inciting Krishna's enjoyment. So this is the highest level of prema or pure love. They have no like Atmendra Priti Vanchatare Bole Kam Krishnera Priti Ichha. जो भगवान की इच्छा कृष्णेर प्रीति इच्छा धारे प्रेम नाम, that is pure love. Although the gopis are saying, well, we are tormented by lust, many verses, the word kama might be used, okay, to satisfy our lust or to tame our lust or whatnot. But actually, it is pure love. Like Krishna Sakha also. Krishna Sakhas, they say, Krishna, we are hungry, we need food. But actually, it's not about their selfish hunger. It's about Krishna's hunger. Now one may feel, well, Krishna is God, he doesn't get hungry. But that logic does not work in higher rasas like Vatsalya, Sakya, Madhurya, etc. They don't consider Krishna as God. They have much pure love. They say, oh, Krishna, we are hungry, let's get some food. So Krishna can relish the wonderful food. That is the whole idea. So only for the sake of Krishna's enjoyment. Pure, that is pure love, right? The most skillful of women, the gopis, are not actually diminishing the mood of pure love for their verbal levity. When a friend sees that a certain gluttonous friend of his wants to eat, he will busy himself in acquiring all four kind of first class food with the desire of feeding his friend. But when questioned by his friend, he will say, oh, I am endeavoring for my own sake, not yours. My dear friends, I didn't read this comment of Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, but it's certainly Krishna's mercy and blessing that somehow he made me think of that. And that's actually what is mentioned here. And that's what the Gopa boys do. At that time, basically, he will not say, hey, I'm getting it for you, right? A true friend, if he feels, let's say Kant Prabhu is here, thank you for joining, Prabhu. Let's say I can sense my friend Nikant Prabhu is hungry, due to being tired or from a long journey. And then I am rushing for food. Okay, can I get this? Can I make this? Can I? And then he asks, oh, why are you panicking so much? Then if I say, oh, I'm doing it for you because you must be hungry, and that's not so nice. But I'll say, oh, I'm so hungry. I want to eat. And then he may also join. So basically, understanding the mood of the beloved, right? That's pure love. Understanding the mood of a true friend, that's, without even they saying it. And that's what in the Bhagavatam also says, Uttamas chintitam kuryat. जो चिंतन करने से ही पता कर ले कि उनके गुरु, उनके फ्रेंड, उनके beloved, whatever they need, just by analyzing the situation, observing the situation without being said, hey, cook for me, I'm hungry. That's also not bad. That's second. Proktakari tu madhyamaha. One who acts without being said is first class. One who acts properly, let's put it this way. One who acts properly based on the mood and the understanding. That's first class. And the gopis are so close to Krishna, so they know his mood. They know what Krishna wants at what time. Like a mother knows, right? When the child is hungry, when the child needs milk, when the child, needs, bathing and whatnot. Because the mother has such a deep connection with the child. So that's called pure love. Atmendra priti vanchatare bole kam, Krishna priti ichha dhare premanam. So the friend will say, all this endeavor on my part is for your pleasure, although it is actually for my own benefit, since it is beginning, it is done without motive. That will diminish the mood of love, right? Is it not? oh, I'm doing all this for you. Ekant Prabhu, I'm doing all this for you. Yeah, so that will diminish the mood, right? So that is basically mentioned in the Prema Samputta text. There's a deep Sanskrit text, and the English is pure love is like a lamp that burns steadily within the house of two lovers' hearts, who know how to relish confidential mellows. But if the lamplight is let out through the doorway of the mouth, it is at once dimmed or extinguished. Quite deep, huh? Pure love. Today is actually Valentine Day, so quote unquote. And but here we are talking about, total pure love, right? Unalloyed spiritual love. The Valentine and so-called these days are it's more, the people have lost the sense and the purpose of pure love and celebrate these which is actually, it's just lust days in some shape or form. 90 or majority of that. And pure love is basically re-establishing our connection with Krishna. So a poetic analogy here is like a lamp that burns steadily within the two lovers' hearts, but when the light is let out, it's dimmed or extinguished. The fact that the gopis have no interest in their own pleasure and Sri Krishna is under their control is indicated by the Lord's own words, Na prapyaham. I can never repay my debt to you. The Lord himself says in Canto 10, chapter 32, text 32. So, anticipating that Krishna may say, well, if I place my feet on your body, I fear that I will commit sin. The gopis say, sins? You are the destroyer of all the sins. Like touching someone's feet. Now, this is beautiful, right? The gopis are asking for Krishna's feet on their body. And touching someone's feet, or let's say if someone touches their feet to other person on their body, it's sinful, right? Like, will I touch my feet to anyone? No, never, never knowingly. And even unknowingly, we touch, like due to, sometimes in a rush, hush, we touch their body and, like respect it because we are, their body is sacred. Their body has Krishna. It's a temple of the Lord. So we never want to knowingly touch our body. Sorry, never want to knowingly touch our feet to someone else, right? So Krishna is saying, well, I may commit sin. If I touch, but asking for lotus feet or feet, then the gopis say, well, you are the one who destroys all the sin. If someone takes your shelter, since you are the destroyer of all the sins of all embodied beings who surrender to you, how can there be any question of sinfulness? Right? It's such a beautiful, such beautiful. Your lotus feet destroy the past sins of all the embodied souls who surrender to them. Them means lotus feet. Right? Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita also. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vrajam tvam sarva papibhyo. Krishna says, I will destroy. Mokshishyami ma shuchaha. Pranata dehinam. Those who have taken shelter. Pranata dehinam. Papa karshanam. Unke paap nasht kar dete. So there's no question. The gopis are very, very, giving strong logic. And this whole conversation, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is mentioning. So the gopis continue. But if I put my feet on your soft body, Krishna says, actually it's the other way. Krishna says, if I put my soft feet on your hard body, the soft part of your body, which is very hard, Krishna is saying, I will get pain. My tender feet will pain if I put on your body. Gopis say, you follow the cows that go to very rough places to eat grass. You're saying that your feet are very, very soft. Well, what about when you go to forest? You follow the cows. If your feet can tolerate that, then well, when you go to the jungle or go to the forest, Vana, Vrindavana, Govardhana, etc., there are thorns, there are pebbles, there are whatnot over there. You cannot say that our breasts are too hard than those rough terrains in Vana. Krishna says, it is inappropriate to place my feet on your body, which are decorated with costly jewels and ornaments. And the Gopis says, your lotus feet, the very abode of all opulence. Wow, so beautiful. Śrī Caitanya. Krishna is saying, sorry, the Gopis are saying, Trina Charanugam, Anugam, the cows you're following the Trina Chara, जो घास को खाती, Anugam, right? So you're following, those feet follow after the cows in the pastures, and Śrī Caitanya. Now, this is the glory of Krishna's lotus feet. If someone feels inspired, we can try to memorize. Pranat Dehinam. So what here? Pranat Dehinam Papa Karshanam. Those who have taken shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, all the papa is destroyed. Then Krishna's lotus feet, Trinacharanugam, they are being followed by, Krishna is following the cows. The cows are going, and Krishna, those feet follow after the cows in the pastures. And Śrī Caitanya, that means the goddess of Lakshmi resides there. They are the abode. Niketan means Bhavan, home. They are the home of Shri Devi. Shri is Lakshmi, right? Where does Lakshmi reside? She's always massaging the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, right? She resides on the feet of Krishna. So the gopis are saying, your lotus feet, the very abode of all opulences, Śrī Caitanya, will be the best ornament. So we don't need any other ornaments on the body. We need that ornament. So we can also remember the tilak, right? Devotees put tilak. So that's the best ornament. On their body, we put the tilak. So basically, Krishna's lotus feet, the body is like the temple, and we decorate it on 13 spots, meditating upon the Krishna's lotus feet. That is the most beautiful. The gopis are saying this. It's the most beautiful ornament to be put on our body, because Lakshmi Devi resides there. It destroys all the papa. So when we are putting tilak, we can meditate upon this. All papa karshanam. Pranata dehinam papa karshanam. Trinacharanugam Sriniketanam. Right? Such beautiful, easy to understand words, especially when we go one by one, word by word. But Krishna says, well, I am very afraid of your husbands, right? How can I put my feet on your body? I'm afraid. Then the gopi says, well, if you were not afraid of placing your lotus feet on the hood of the great serpent Kaliya, then you should not be afraid of our weak husbands. So it's so interesting. Our husbands, they're saying, oh, they're weak. They're nothing in front of Kaliya. Kaliya was a monster, big monster. He caused so much havoc. Funny, fanarpitam. So poetic. Funny, fanarpitam. Referring to the hoods of Kaliya. Arpita, arpan. Arpan means give. So you gave your feet, all these lines, metaphors, adjectives, and all are used for Krishna's lotus feet, right? So Krishna, number one, destroys the papa of all the surrendered souls. Number two, being followed by the cows, and Krishna, they are following the Trinacharanugam, the cows. Number 3, the Lakshmi Devi resides there. Number 4, Fani Fanarpitam. You gave them to Kaliya's hood. Fani ke fana. Fana, right? The Krishna put stamp. Is because Amarendra Prabhu one time was mentioning, in government office, they put stamp, right? Stamp one, right? Putting stamp one after the other. So Krishna was dancing on the slippery stage of Fani Fana. So poetic also. On the dangerous serpent Kaliya, Krishna stamped one up, pat. Thousands of hoods he had, hundreds of hoods. De arpana. Then what fear you have from our husbands? Don't worry, right? So give your padambujam, pada ambuja, your lotus feet, those lotus feet. Krinu kucheshuna krindirechayam. So put Krinu, those lotus feet on our body, krindi hritchavam, and destroy. Krindi, destroy. Hrit, the hrit, shayam, the lust in our hearts, right? So those lotus feet, number 5, also destroy the lust. So 5 things are mentioned about the lotus feet here. Let's do a quick review. Okay, let's see if you can tell. What does this mean? Pranat dehinam papa karshanam. Anyone recalls? Would like to help me? What's the first? There are 5 things we learned about Krishna's lotus feet.
Pranata Dehina Puru, it's we one thing they don't want him to touch it. Papa Kṛṣṇa means like they're trying to take away the papa. Right?
Yes. Krishna's lotus feet removes all papa. Of whom? Of those who take shelter. So pranat, surrender. Those who surrender to Krishna, Deha, the embodied beings, the Deha, those who have body, basically refers to people, devotees, human beings, living beings. So it destroys all papa. Number 2, Trinata Charanugam.
Always residing at the lotus feet.
Trina means here grass, right? Trinada Pisuni Chena.
Yeah.
Charna, घास चरते हैं. The cows.
Okay, cows.
Right?
Feet.
Anugam. So anugam means follow, like Prabhupada anuga. So Krishna's lotus feet are following the cows in the pastures. Number 3, Śrī Niketanam. Niketanam means home. So what's Śrī Niketanam?
Three means Lakshmi. So
Abode of
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi, the home of Lakshmi are Krishna's lotus feet. Number 4, Pani Fanarpitam.
Pani is the serpent.
Yes.
And Fanarpitam is the hood, I think, right?
Yeah. So he stamped, or he gave lotus feet on the Fana, or the Krishna, or the Kaliya's hoods. And number 5, Krindi Richam, it destroys the lust. What are we referring to? Those lotus feet, those padambujam. So very beautiful meditation, 5 interesting aspects of Krishna's lotus feet. Any thoughts, comments here?
It's very deep, though. In my view, it's like we cannot understand what mood they're in, because it's very detailed. They are able to see, and the whole, like, basically praising all the good qualities of of Krishna, and also they're giving that mercy towards just by reciting, we can feel all the stories at one time, right? So okay. We can, at one time, we went to Goloka, to Vaikuntha, to see Lakshmi Devi doing that. And immediately we were at Goloka, we are at Vrindavan, where cows were walking behind Krishna. And other time we are at, with Kaliya, Kalinganatana, right? So all these have come in very one simple sloka, for us. So it's very detailed, and I think, as you said, if one sloka is it's a sloka that if you remember it, when our day will be like, we'll start with a good prayer, saying of all the things, like we have been in Vrindavan, Goloka, all places. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing the thoughtful comments.
Thank you.
Yes, it's remembrance of Krishna's Leela, right? How
Yeah.
Krishna is dancing on Kaliya, how Krishna is grazing, the cows in the pastures, how those who take shelter of him, he destroys all their papa, how how merciful he is, how beautiful he is, like the lotus padambujam, right? And how soft his lotus feet are, how tender that he's saying that even if I put on the softest part of the gopi's body, that's very hard, right? So how tender, right? So his lotus feet are at one point more harder than a thunderbolt for asuras, right?
Mm-hmm.
And more softer than the softest thing one can imagine, like the butter, right? For his devotees.
Yeah, I think just remembering that recently I was watching some video where uh, um, it's just a material thing though, but when you said like soft as butter but hard as a rock, if you remember, like when somebody touches that object, it is so soft that it feels like a baby's hand. But when somebody tried to hit it hard, it becomes like a rock where they can break their hand. It's so I feel like a material thing is like there. So how could Krishna do it? Right? He, he lived on this Bhuloka with all the devotees and made so many great pastimes. How would that feeling be like amazing to think through?
Thank you. Let's read one verse since it is the same theme. 5 to 8 are similar verses. So we'll read one last verse for the day and then we'll pause. Prabhu, would you like to read?
Probably. Okay, very good one. Yes, Prabhupada. Madhurya Gira Val Valguvakya Buddha Manopnyaya Pushkari Kshana Nidhikari Imavira Musyat Mukyatir Adhara Siddhu Siddhu Upanyasabhyaya Naha Ya Swapnaha. There's so many that's for thank you, Bobby. Translation. O lotus eye, your sweet voice and charming words, which attract the minds of the intelligent, are bewildering us more and more. Our dear hero, please revive your maidservants with the nectar of your lips.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Ruchi, for reading. So, what did they ask for in text number 5? Let's do a quick revision. They've been asking for different things, right? They're expressing their spiritual desires. So in text number 5, they ask for Krishna's hand to be put on their head, right? Which gives fearlessness. So we discuss the power of Krishna's hand. Then they're asking for Krishna's smile, right? Your beautiful face, right? To give your darshana, to give your darshan, your smile, your darshan. So the glory of Krishna's smile. And then in the 7th verse, we just read the glory of Krishna's feet. Now they're asking for they're referring about Krishna's voice coming from the beautiful Krishna's lips. So let's read a little bit more what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions in text 8. O Gopis, Krishna says, who are more dear to me than my own life, O jewel-like lovers, I can never be indifferent to you, who are my only reason for living. Why do you not have faith in this servant who is bound up by the chains of your pure love? Please trust me and understand me to be like the brilliant gold bangles of your auspicious hands. Hearing such words, so Krishna is giving, okay, I am like the golden bangles of your hands, right? Krishna is, and the gopis are, Krishna is speaking very sweet words, right? And that's how Madhurya Gira, your sweet voice. Hearing such sweet voice, sweet words, the gopis said, we have become overcome with the bliss of tasting the sweetness of your words, which are composed of sweet, madhurya, syllables. So Krishna's Leela is sweet. Krishna's name is sweet. Madhura Madhura Meta Mangala Mangalana Sakala Nigamavalli Satvalam Chitswarupam Sakrit Api Parigita Shraddhaya Helayava Briguvara Naramatram Tarayet Krishna Nama Madhura Madhura Meta, right? This because Gauranga Darshan Prabhu shared this verse when he came for the youth class last time. Krishna's name is sweet, Krishna's form is sweet, Krishna's body is sweet, Krishna's voice is sweet. Madhurya Gira. Madhur hai voice. And those who follow his lotus feet or take shelter of his lotus feet, they should also have this quality. And they develop this quality. They should speak sweetly. They should not speak harshly. They should be very careful of their words. It's one of the famous doha, ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए औरन को शीतल करे आपो ही शीतल. We should speak like such that it helps and uplifts others, and it helps and uplifts us. It pleases others and pleases us. But some people are very expert in doing the totally opposite. So we have to be very careful. So speak Madhura. Madhura syllables. Krishna, the gopis are saying. Composed of sweet syllables containing various meanings in each beautiful phrase. Moreover, your wonderful words bewilder those who are intelligent and expert in conjugal affairs, namely these maidservants of yours. We, the gopis, becoming bewitched by continually relishing your sweetness, please rejuvenate us bewildered women by letting us again drink the nectars of your lips. Punah. Punah, the word used is punah here. Again, punah punah, charvita charvanana. That's another context, but the point is again, give the nectar of your lotus feet. So another meaning is, please let us bewildered women drink the nectar of your lotus feet again and put us into bewilderment. Like a madman or like a drunkard wants to drink more, So those who are bewildered by Krishna's love, or in short, they're intoxicated by Krishna's sweet voice, they want more of it, right? They want to hear more, Krishna Katha. They want to chant more, the sweet names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bewildering us more and more, right? Muhu, mu yati, again and again, more and more. So, like an intoxicated person wants to drink more alcohol, like he feels he's in enjoying, but that's like in tamas, ignorance. But a pure devotee wants to serve Krishna more, wants to take more association of devotees, wants to take more service to Guru and Gauranga, wants to chant the holy name, wants to be in Krishna consciousness more and more. So that's what the gopis are bewildered in pure love, and then they want again and again, more and more. So we discussed about four aspects: Krishna's lotus hands, Krishna's smile, Krishna's darshan, Krishna's feet, and here the hankering of the gopis who are hankering again and again for Krishna's lotus lips. Any comments, thoughts before we pause for the day?
Prabhuji, thank you, Prabhuji. Next one, general question. So when Gopis were asking all these singing these prayers, they are uh, they're saying that they want to be in association of Govinda all the time. That's what the mood is of them.
Yes, certainly. So just a quick background. This is in continuation with the previous chapters. In the previous chapters, the Raslila pastime was going on, and suddenly Krishna leaves. And this whole chapter is basically the gopis, the context, the story is the gopis are together. Krishna is not in sight,
Okay.
and they are hankering in separation. So this is called Gopi Geet, the song of separation of gopis.
Okay.
That's the context. And as we know, that one moment of separation for the gopis seems like you know like millions of years,
Mm.
right? So even like let's say a father or a mother, if their child is missing in action for even 5 minutes, like someone like you go to Kumbh Mela and the child is missing, won't we be like those 5 minutes appear like 5 decades, right?
Okay.
So that's now multiply that with 10 million times. That's the love gopis have. I mean, 10 million is also a very small number. So that's the highest form of pure love. For them, one moment is like millions of lifetimes of Brahma. So that's how the separation they're feeling, and they're hankering for Krishna's association, his hands, Yes. So short answer, yes. That's what they're hankering 24/7 to be with the Supreme.
Okay. So that means so there is okay after Krishna only. Sorry, Prabhu, I did not get the background before. I'm so sorry for not getting in that that's one. But yeah, it was, thank you, Prabhu. Very interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Thank you, bro. Please don't be sorry. Your Bhagavatam is so sweet. Any verse, any chapter, any shloka is so nectarian.
No doubt about it.
Thank you. So today is your marriage anniversary also. We wish you and Mataji a very happy Krishna conscious marriage anniversary. May
Thank you,
you
Prabhu.
blossom in bhakti and keep growing in spiritual life and keep sharing.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. And I think that's the biggest thing for us to make sure, like, whatever future we have, we want to grow in the future. We are doing a service, but we want to improve our quality. That's why main, you know, what we call aiming in the next few years, I would say. Quality, not quantity, quality levels, quality round of actually.
Thank you for your sincerity, Prabhu. Thank you.
It's
You're in Orlando?
sorry, Prabhu?
You're in Orlando?
No, Prabhuji, tomorrow we will. The kids have what do you call it? They are participating in art competition, so they have to finish artwork tomorrow. So they will finish their art class and then they will leave from there to Orlando for a couple of days. And we'll be back on Monday morning.
Sunday morning you'll be back.
Monday morning.
Monday morning. Okay.
Yeah. Initially, the Monday is a holiday, right? So Monday is presidential, but things changed in this life. There is no more holiday on Monday. But we can keep it the plan.
Nice.
Hope we can get a chance to visit Sunday at Orlando. It's all good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So pause here. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrī Prabhupada ki jai, Gopi Geet ki jai, Samved Gaur Bhaktarinda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Jai Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo. Thank you. Hare Krishna.